Hey everybody, what is happening? I am doing awesome, thank you very much. I hope you guys are too. Um, Beautiful day out today. My God, it's like 82 degrees, sunny, and it's gorgeous here. Um, Makes you just happy you live in Orlando right now. I hope it's nice where you guys are too. Anyway, I digress. It is Sunday, the 23rd of May, and this is SITREP 72. So let's talk about God a little bit. Yeah, SITREP about 4 or 5 SITREPs ago, I talked about the Jews and their relationship with Jesus and Him being the Messiah, and the fact that they don't accept that, right? Well, there is a group of Messianic Jews, and they have a ministry called the One for Israel Ministry, and they are Messianic Jews, and they believe in that Jesus is the Messiah. And so what they do is they go out and try and recruit or try to convert, Orthodox Jews into being Messianic Jews and show them that Jesus is the Messiah they've been waiting all for 2,000 years, right? So on their website, they have this. It's a list of 44 prophecies that in the Old Testament, all these prophecies, they said, hey, in order for when the Messiah comes, these are the things that you look for, and these are the things that He's going to do and say and be, right? He has to be born from a virgin. That's number 3. He has to be born from a virgin. But, so all these things. And here is where it actually happened in the New Testament. 44 of them. So, going to show you, they're for real. They're out there trying to bring Orthodox Jews around and become a Messianic Jews. Who knew? So I have a correction. When I was talking about the ammunition that Kentucky Ballistics was using when he had his accident, when he was fired his 50 caliber machine gun, that was not 50 BMG. That was actually 50, what they call a SLAP T, SLAP-T, same mode, light armor piercing dash tracer. So that ammunition is made specifically and only for the military, and it's not even made anymore. So those rounds cost about $100 a piece, and they're difficult to get. So you have to be really careful when you get them. Chances are he only bought a handful of them because they're so expensive. And when ammunition starts changing hands like that, you never know if somebody counterfeited it. People actually counterfeit ammunition, believe it or not. At $100 a round, you can see why. But anyway, somebody could have fired that round and then got another bullet to put in the end of it and pack their own powder inside of that cartridge, and then just crick that new bullet on the end and paint it up to look like it was a SLAP T round. Right? But in effect, it wasn't. And that powder and that charge they put in there might have been the wrong powder. It might have been the wrong charge. In other words, too much powder, or a combination of the two. And the way it's looking, the amount of pressure that it would have taken to explode that gun, it was definitely one of those two, or a combination of those two, with the ammunition that caused that problem, caused the machine gun to explode like that. So I just want to take a minute to bring clarity to my statements. So most of my childhood, I spent at the base of Cape Cod. Me and my 2 brothers, my dad would go hunting all the time. We'd hunt mainly waterfowl, pheasant, duck, geese, and then and deer. And so, well, my dad passed, a bunch of years ago, and my middle brother passed, years ago. And now my older brother has moved into the city, and I'm ill. So for some reason, all the family hunting implements ended up here. So now it falls on me to make sure their disposition is taken care of in a responsible manner. I already gave my kids, what of mine they wanted, and everything else I'm just going to sell off. So, but there is an online place that you can go to. I'm not going to advertise them because they're getting a lot of my stuff really cheap. But essentially, you all you have to do is get boxes. So I got a bunch of boxes and stuff. I got bubble wrap, and somebody be boxing this stuff up and shipping it out on Wednesday. Now, hopefully, luckily, I just got a hold of some guys at church, or I talked to some friends at church that will hopefully take the stuff off my hands, and that way some local guys will get used to some decent hardware at a decent price, and these scavengers on the internet won't take advantage of my family heirlooms. So yeah, really fortunate to find these guys, or these guys at least maybe hook me up. So we shall see. I'll keep you posted on that. So on 7 May I was 127.4, and now I am 129.5. So a 2.1 pound gain in 2 weeks. So a pound a week, I'll take a pound a week. As long as I keep going up, that's a good sign. I'm thriving. I'm thriving. Is that the thrive sign? I don't know. Anyway, while I'm talking about thriving means you go in the bathroom on a regular basis. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. And this is stuff that helps me do that. This honking ass thing right here. Yeah, so this is Laxa Clear. Doesn't matter what you use. This is an osmotic kind. This basically fluffs up your poo, guys. It gives you a poo volume. I do this twice a day. I do a capful. And it's basically a white powder. And just mix it in with a liquid. It disappears in the liquid. I do it morning and evening, once with breakfast and once usually with my coffee. Doesn't taste like anything, so that's not bad. And I'm monitoring, make sure I'm going properly. And if I stop going, I step up to this bad boy right here. This is a natural vegetable laxative. This stuff, this is the big boy. This will make you go. I mean go. 10 milliliters of that twice. I'll take like 4 to 6 hours apart, and I'm going. And I mean, that doesn't give you much of a warning. When you have to go, you have to go. Before I started on this current regimen of chemo, I could use suppositories, but because my white blood cell count will be dipping down, there is a risk of infection when you use suppositories. So they don't want me to use that anymore. Which I was like, okay, if I must stop using them, I must. But actually, I joke, but really, I mean, taking any weapon out of the arsenal is not a good thing. I mean, you want as many options as you can have, right? To be honest with you. So, I mean, do I enjoy doing those? No. But if you need them, you need them. I mean, that's just the bottom line, guys, So, anyway. There's my weight and my poo. I hope you enjoyed it. So there's one part of cancer that I'm not sure anybody really talks about, and it's not probably just cancer. It's any, kind of major medical issue you have, right? It's easy to forget that you're not in normal mode anymore. As soon as you get a major medical condition, you're in unnormal mode, which means now you have certain parts of your bodily functions that you have to monitor. And by monitor, I mean monitor. You can't just take things for granted anymore. For instance, my stoma. Now I have a foreign object that goes through my abdomen, through my stomach wall, and into the inside of my stomach. So there's no really good gasket or anything in there. So that thing leaks. So you have to constantly monitor that, not just to make sure it stays clean, but also to make sure it doesn't get infected, right? You have to monitor your bowel movements. We talked about that a little bit already, right? You got to make sure that you're going properly, you're going normally. Believe it or not, sometimes you have to maintain a list, because it's easy to forget. Yeah, when was the last time I went? You go to 2 or 3 days without a bowel movement. For some people, that can be a medical emergency, right? Last thing you want to do is get impacted. That's really bad juju. Your pain, that's easy to monitor, right? Your body says, hey, I need something. And you go, oh, okay, here, let's take this, whatever you have to do. Medical side effects. We talked about this thing right here. I have literally the skin on my hands right now is so dry. I have little chunks of skin that I can pluck right off my skin, and it's just cracking that easily. Here's the side effects from morphine and fentanyl. Can you tell the difference? Yeah. Look at the fentanyl one, how thick that is. It's crazy. Hydration. You have to watch how much fluid intake you're taking in. Because now it's just not a matter of, oh, I'll just drink when I'm thirsty. No. You have to drink when you're not thirsty. It's like being in the desert, because you're not in normal mode. Especially now, with this hydration of my hand issue going on. Your caloric intake. How many calories are you taking in? You guys, it's good enough to eat when you're hungry, right? And that sustains you. Your body, again, hey, I'm hungry, I'm good to go. My body doesn't necessarily tell me I'm hungry when I need calories. I have to do 6 cartons of supplement a day, minimum. That maintains my, right now, 1 pound of gain a week, thank God. Mucus. I have to take this tussin and my spray on a scheduled basis. It's just all that kind of crazy stuff that you don't think about, that now that you're not in normal mode, you have to monitor. There's probably more of it. That's just the stuff I can quick think of, guys. Yeah. You gotta be your own little nurse. Thank God I have a local nurse kind of keep an eye on me too. So several weeks ago, when I heard that I was going to get these drains in my right ear, the drain in my right ear, I stopped taking the tussin, the expectorant, and the Flonase that was kind of drying me out. I think I misunderstood what they were doing for me. When you take those, you have a mass exodus of mucus, but then you're good for a while. And I guess what I didn't like was that mass exodus, right? But now that I look back on it, that mass exodus is quasi-predictable, right? So you kind of know, hey, within 10 minutes of doing the nose thing, I'm going to have a mass drainage out of my nose. But then I'll be good for a while, right? So I stopped taking them. Well, recently I thought, I was pretty much drowning in mucus. I mean, I literally, if you listen to SITREP 71, my voice changes like 18 times throughout that video because of mucus. See how I just swallowed and my voice improved. So if I took a Flonase, I'd pretty much be cleared up. Maybe I'll try that in between segments here. Anyway, so yeah, since then, about a week ago, less than a week, actually about 2 or 3 days, after SITREP 71, I got some more meds and I started taking them again. So hopefully, you'll see an improvement in my voice in these videos. I definitely feel an improvement as far as, literally drowning. Actually, one night, I'm not even kidding when I say literally drowning. I woke up and I was about to breathe in a big, I'm not going to get gross on you, but you can imagine what I'm going to say here. Luckily, I keep my spit cup next to me on the bed. I was able to grab that and, get rid of what I had going on. But, yeah, I woke up almost literally drowning in mucus. If you can imagine how much fun that was. No fun. It was no fun. Yeah. Here's another issue I have going on. I touched on it in SITREP 71, and that's sores on my tongue. Right now, it's mostly the outside and the right side of my tongue, and in the front left top corner. It's just really sensitive. So, along with that, I haven't been able to do my stretches in at least 4 nights. And so, even though I would love to have a little apple strudel or whatever, I can't because I can't open my jaw enough and these sores on my tongue are just killing me. So, yeah. I can take pain meds and knock down the pain of that, and it does okay, but it's still not quite there. Your tongue is so sensitive. It's unbelievable how unpleasant it is to try and eat when you have. And you get those one little taste bud that goes wacky. You can actually kind of see it popping up on your tongue. It's real sore. Imagine like one half of your tongue like that, It's miserable. Miserable. I want to bring up a comment that subscriber Kathy had brought up on SITREP 71. Kudos to Kathy because she brought up an outstanding point. She was wondering, all these pain meds that I'm taking, how am I like getting around driving and stuff? That's a good point because I don't really feel the side effects from it. When I went up to 200 micrograms of fentanyl, yeah, I felt it and I was not driving. Thank you very much. But yeah, so I think the main learning objective is finding a balance between my care and the drugs it takes to do that, right? And maintain some kind of quality of life. Because at some point, I have to be honest with myself that the pain is going to keep increasing. The maintenance drugs to take care of that are going to increase to the point where I'm not going to be able to drive anymore. And that's pretty much the beginning of the end, right? When you start losing those kinds of freedoms, this quality of life goes down. And that's just something that, you have to be honest with yourself about. It's coming. I hope to God it's a long time from now, but it's coming. So, thanks for the talk point, Kathy. I appreciate that. It's not a very pleasant thing to talk about, but it's the reality of it, man. I mean, it's, it's just, it's the real deal. So here's another talking point that's not very pleasant, but I'm gonna throw it out there. So one of the causes of death that a lot of people that have cancer have is what they call failure to thrive. And really, it's not, you end up have some catastrophic, head gasket failure, where you stroke out or you have a heart attack. A lot of people just kind of fade away. And one of the primary indicators of that is your weight. You just keep losing weight and losing weight to the point where you just can't sustain yourself anymore. You have no strength. You just lay there, and then you're pretty much done. That's what happens. Failure to thrive is what they call it. So my weight lately has been on the rise, thank God. I think it was a good decision to get the feed tube in. As much as I did not want to admit it, I could feel it was coming on. The point where I was not going to be able to, I wasn't taking in enough calories to sustain my body weight. And I was consistently losing weight. So I had to make the decision to switch over and get the tube. And I'm glad I did. So lately, my weight has been, again, on the rise a little bit. I started documenting it about five or six visits ago. So I was 127.4, and then on 7 May, the same 127.4. The next time was 128.6. And this last time on the 21st of May, a couple days ago, I was 129.5. So looking at the calendar real quick, on tomorrow, Monday the 24th, I get my ear drain put in. So hopefully I will not hear any blood coursing through the blood vessels in my head anymore. That would be especially awesome. And Thursday the 27th, I get my G-tube swapped out. So I won't have this 12 inches of tubing sticking out of my stomach. I'll just have a little one that's pretty much flush right up against my my stomach, which looks kind of like this. If I have a picture, I'll stick it in here. Do you hear how weird my voice sounds right now? Almost sounds like I'm half deaf, doesn't it? It's weird. So a little story about the length of my hose, different hose, but I was finishing up my lunch today, and the cat was messing around with my hosing on my feed tube. The bag is way up here on the IV stand, and then the hose comes down, and it goes into my stomach, and there's a big length of it laying on the floor, right? The cat got tangled up in the hose, got panicked, and decided to run. And I looked down, and right when she decided to take off and I realized what was going on, I grabbed the hose by my stomach, and sure enough, she's like, boom. I don't know if it would have pulled out of my gut or what, but you want to talk about a panic moment? I'm thinking, oh my God, I get this thing out Thursday, because I'm paranoid now. Like every time I get up slow. Every time I turn around, do anything like that in our countertop, I'm really cautious now because, I pulled it out a couple weeks ago, and I don't want to do that again. So, anyway, man, anyway, no rest for the weary, I'm telling you what. Well, once again, this SITREP was all over the place, guys. So, anyway, a lot of little tidbits. I think there's a lot of useful information in it. Got a little personal with some of it, but I told you I wasn't pulling any punches, so there it is. You get what you get. Yeah. So I hope everybody's doing well out there. I can't stress that enough. It looks like the mask is starting to come off. gonna hopefully start getting back to some kind of normalcy. And, yeah, so enjoy your time with loved ones, guys. Make sure you spend some time with yourself, getting right. You gotta get right. And as always, I appreciate my subs. Appreciate you guys' feedback and a lot of good discussions, a lot of good comments lately. I do appreciate that. I really do. Yes, now I did a SITREP to kind of complete the record. So now we're back on schedule of Sundays. So take care, guys. We'll see you on the next one. All right.